Hi guys, Jangro here, and welcome to Caveopolis. This is a skyblock, but underground, so a stone block mod pack. I don't know how I got here, and I don't know how I got these things in my hand, but we're going to figure it out. So stick around with me for this first look at Caveopolis. Before we get started, just a couple quick things. This channel is sponsored by StickyPiston hosting, so if you need a Minecraft server, definitely check them out. At the end of the video, I'm going to show you how to get a free server, no credit card, that you can try out with your friends. Second, if you like this video, I would really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. All right, let's get on with the video. Okay, so here we are in our cave. We started out with a couple of items that we'll talk about in a minute. How did we even get here? I like to think maybe we've survived the apocalypse, and so we're kind of in this high-tech post-apocalyptic cave in an earthquake collapse, and there's just no getting out. Will we ever see the sun again? I don't know. We can't break anything right now because we need to follow the quests. So let's take a look in the quest book, which is up here in the upper left corner. And over here, we can kind of see where we're at. And we're in this important section right here. Welcome. And you just check this checkbox. We're going to get this Caveopolis menu. We can choose where our starting base is. That's useful if we're playing with others, and we can all have a different starting location. The world chapter will tell you information about where blocks spawn. There's a Discord server. There's a temp pad to teleport. We're going to get that. That'll be handy. There's levels that we'll talk about. There's a guidebook, which gives us more information than just the quests. And we need to complete the gear quest at the end of a level to progress to the next level. And there we go. You can see down on the lower left, we can now break stone, and we can do that with our bare hands. And we get pebbles. As you can see already, this is very different than regular Minecraft, where we can break stone with our hands, we get pebbles. There's stone torches around us. It's all pretty weird. Actually, before we take another look at our quest book, this item allows us to move the one probe thing around. We can change its size as well. I like it in the middle. It's here by default. Next is this Caveopolis menu. If you're playing with others, like on a server, you can each create a team, or you can have a team of multiple players each, and you can spawn in different parts of the world. So you just name the team, hit create. You're going to end up in a different location on the map. We've also got this temp pad. We run it, add a new location, home, and now wherever we are, we can run the program, go home. I think I'm already here, so it won't let me, but that's how that works. And we got a guidebook, which gives you a whole bunch of information about how the world works, custom machines that come with this pack. These are unique to this mod pack, I believe. The quest book will guide you through these things, but there's just more information about these things. For example, the eroder looks like this, and it has a visualize so it can help us create these things. Some information about food. We're going to be eating a lot of moss in this pack, so you can read through that. And again, we break blocks and get stone pebbles, which we can craft back into stone like that. All right, let's take a quick look at the quest book. Now we've got some other things available to us here. This is a very structured mod pack. You need to go through each of these chapters in order, and eventually we're going to get down here to leaving the caves. And are we going to head to space? I guess maybe that's our out. But there's a whole bunch of stuff to do on the way there. The world is structured in layers, and Top Rock is up at level 163 to 169. You can't go above that, which is going to keep us from getting to the surface. And then different colored stones are at these levels. Calcite is at 114. Stone, this is where we're at, 109 to 90. Bright stone, mossy stone, all the way down to a water level, down in the 50s to 30s. Sand, then we kind of get into some nether stuff with lava. There's no nether in this pack. We're going to be kind of in this artificial nether as we get down here, all the way down to bedrock, deep slate, and then bedrock is the bottom of the world. Now we will go to the end, but there's no nether. And as we find these things, we check them off. So we're going to go up and down in our world, and we're not going to be able to break blocks until we complete some of the levels. Also, there's different mobs at different levels, and these will spawn if we give them enough space and carve out enough of our world for them to spawn. And passive mobs will spawn as well. These guys will spawn if we create moss blocks. These ones will spawn in water. So our first quests are going to be the basics. And we've already made a stone pebble, and we've already made stone, and we're going to progress through these things, make a stone crafting table, make some stone parts, a stone chest. There's very different recipes for things, very different items in this pack. So we just need to pay close attention to the crafting recipes that are created for this. So we can make a stone crafting table with 4 stone bricks. We're going to need to dig down to get some bright stone, and we're going to need to dig up to get some calcite. And once we get calcite, we can get bone meal, and then we can make some moss blocks and get to the moss ball quickly as we can, because without that, we're going to starve. So let's crank through this beginner stuff in the quest book. And doing so, we can look at a few things. First of all, this pack has Ultimine in it, which if you hold down the backtick key to the left of the 1 key, you can see that it outlines what it's going to mine. And this is super OP, and I'm not even sure I really like it. But if it cuts out this entire 64 block area here. And if we hold it down again, I'm holding this back to key down and now shift with the scroll wheel, I can change the shape of what it's going to mine. Now it's like a vein miner. It's only going to mine the same block that you're breaking. But since we're dealing with all stone here, it just broke 64 blocks of stone with one punch of my hand. That's pretty OP. I don't love that. It's also kind of just, I don't know, it's kind of awkward to hit that key and everything. So, but just know that's there. We'll do a little bit more with that here. So if we change it to a mining tunnel, that'll mine down. So hold this. You can kind of barely see the outlines down there. And it just dug a stairway down. And if we break that one too, and this one too, now we got a stairway down. And it stopped here because this isn't stone. And now here we are, we've got bright stone. So let's keep going down. And here we are down at mossy stone. And we'll keep going down one more time. And now we've hit diorite. Oh, we can break diorite. At some point, we're not going to be able to continue down. But this is as far as we need to get right now. Now, as we broke mossy stone, we got moss balls. So here's some food. We broke the bright stone, we got bright shards, and we got a ton of pebbles. And that's good enough for now. Let's head back up. Another trick I want to show you is this pack has auto compacting in it. If you hover over an item in your inventory and hit K, it will compress it into its 2x2 equivalent. There we go. So we've got 53 stone blocks here, a couple leftover pebbles. Now we can fill in the rest of this floor. Now we can make a crafting table. Now, if I hit K on this stone right here, it'll turn the entire stack into stone bricks, which I don't want to do. We take the 4 stone bricks and we get a stone crafting table. We'll just, let's see, we'll tuck it over here. If we take 2 stones, like wood, it's the same shape as wooden sticks, we get stone sticks. And stone sticks with bright shards give us stone torches. We want to be careful with digging so far with our ultimine, because if it's too dark, we're going to start getting mobs. So let's light that up a little bit. The bright stone lights itself. Okay, now we can take our sticks. I think they go here, and stones. Let's spread them out. And we can make these stone parts with them. We need 4 of them. And then with these stone parts, we can make a stone chest. We'll just tuck that right there. Now we can put these things away because we will definitely not need them. Another thing we need to make here is we can turn the bright shards back into bright stone like this here. We can use JEI to look up these recipes, by the way. So if you look up bright stone, if you're not familiar with JEI, you can just type down here, find the thing you want. If you left click on it or hit R, you can see the recipe for it. If you right click on it or hit U, you can see what it's used for. So you can see brightstone is used for making bright shard in an igneous extruder, which we'll see at some point. Here's our recipe for brightstone. We'll make one of those because there's a quest for that. Next, we need to head up because we need to find calcite in order to get bone meal, which we can then make moss blocks and complete this level. So we'll configure our ultimine for an escape tunnel, which is a stairway up. And we'll just go up from here. And we reach the calcite level. Let's continue up here. And now that we've broken some calcite, we get bone meal. That's simple as that. Now there's white colored stone up at the next level up. And let's set our ultiminer for shapeless, and we'll just, I did small tunnel accidentally. But that created a massively long tunnel down in that direction. We don't want to do an actual too high tunnel because we'll get a bunch of mobs in there. So let's shapeless. There we go. And that is a lot of bone meal, which we will need. So that's cool. A couple stacks at least. Oh, 5 stacks. Cool. Checking in here, we've got calcite. Oh, we actually need to make calcite. Make that with some stone and bone meal. There we go. Now we've completed the calcite quest, done, and the bone meal quest, done. It's just to let us know we can bone meal moss blocks, and we'll transform nearby stone into moss blocks, which we can see by just doing this. Oh, we need to make a moss block first, which we can make with our moss balls. And if we just put that in here and bone meal it, everything around us turns into moss. And we get some azalea and some carpet, which we'll need. Now we've got that. Last thing is to make mossy stone, which is just some moss block and some stone, and we'll be done with this level. Use this bright stone we made to light things up. There we go. We're done with the basics. Okay, for this next section, I've cleared out some space because we need to grow some trees, and we're going to go through this part pretty quickly. We've already got the flowering azalea and moss carpet quests done to make string. We just put 3 carpets together, make a bunch of string. Green wool is for string together. And now we can plant an azalea tree. This needs I think a 7 high and a 5 by 5 area. And we can't crouch fertilize this like other sky blocks, but we can certainly do that. And then we can use the ultimine shapeless, and we've got azalea logs. We'll do this a few more times, and I'm intentionally doing it in different spots so that we get this rooted dirt. Now we get azalea planks from the logs, and we can make wooden shears, and we can make a hoe. Let's grab this rooted dirt, which gives us the hoe quest as well, and put it back. If we hit that with the hoe, we get hanging roots, and it turns the rooted dirt into regular dirt. And we just need to pick up one of those for that quest, like a wooden hammer, which needs logs. Make some bowls. And finally, the culinary station, which is a crafting table and a slab. We'll place that down right here. Now we can take our bowls and make some better food out of these moss blocks. Now, these moss ball bowls of food don't give us very much saturation at all, but it's definitely better than eating moss balls. And finally, we just need to make a green bed. Got wool and logs. Sorry, planks. Green bed. Level done. For this next section in level 1 is wood tech, and we need to make a wooden bucket, wooden hopper, wooden basic barrel. We're going to use that to get some water. So let's quickly do that. Now with our wooden shears we got, we can get leaves, and we can use these leaves to make water. So let's quickly make a bucket, which we're going to need 3 of them, I think. So we'll make 4 of them to be safe. We need a chest. We're going to use to make the hopper. Chest right there. Now we can make a wooden hopper. And we need to make a basic barrel out of these things we just made. Oh, maybe we need to turn an azalea chest into a regular wooden chest to get that chest quest. There we go. That was strange. Azalea chests don't count, apparently, so we just convert it into a regular chest, and we're good to go. So now we put down the barrel, put it right here, and we put a bunch of leaves in it. can also put saplings in here. And that's going to just turn leaves into water. And I went ahead and made 2 buckets of water, so that now I can make an infinite water supply. So I don't have to worry about doing that again, at least not until we're automating. Now we have water. Next up is the first machine we're going to make, which is a rotor. We need a bucket of water, 2 hoppers, and some planks. Okay, that should do it for the eroder. There we go. And what we want to do here is put the eroder inside a 3x3 area of water. Just like this. Right in the middle. Now that is good to go. Now with the eroder, we can make string, we can make cobblestone and planks, oak planks. So for example, if we put azalea logs in the eroder, we get 2 oak planks for 1 azalea log. You put wool in here, we get string. And if we put stone, we get cobblestone. And then finally, to get a 1x1 oak drawers, we need 6 oak planks and a chest. So the chest we can make easily with azalea planks that are cheaper. But I'm pretty sure we need oak planks. Azalea planks won't work. So we'll make a few more oak planks. And now the chest with the oak planks gives us 1x1 oak drawers, which we can store 1 type of item in, up to 32 stacks of 64, which is 2,048, 2K. And we are close. We just need to make a stone pickaxe, and we're on to the next level. And there we go. We have our pickaxe. And the chapter is completed. So the pickaxe will break stone faster than our hands. And I should also mention that the hammer does an area of effect type mining, 3x3 excavation. So that's nice. I think we can make a hammer out of stone as well, but not cobblestone. Out of stone like this. Now we have a stone hammer, which just has more durability. 917 versus 413, so more than twice the wooden hammer. Now finally, we're going to just quickly get through this. We need a furnace, and that's easy, which we can then use to make smooth stone. Obviously, that's just smelting stone. Gravel we get from smooth stone in an eroder, and gravel in the eroder gives us sand. And then glass is smelted. Normal vanilla stuff. So if we take our cobblestone, we make a furnace, and we'll put that over here, and we get some charcoal from our logs. We make some smooth stone. If we take the smooth stone and put it in the eroder, we get gravel. And we put gravel in the eroder, we get sand. I didn't actually put the gravel in my inventory to get credit for that. So let's take care of that. There we go. And let's just put sand in here to get glass. And there we are, done with that chapter and that level. So that wraps up level 1 for us, and we're going to move on to level 2, but I'm going to leave that to you guys. If you would like to see me do a series on this, please drop a note in the comments. Let me know what you think. Maybe we can work this into a series. But from here, let's take a look at the world we're going to progress through. We'll take a closer look at it and kind of review the different levels and the mod packs. Or preview, I should say, the levels and the different mods that are in this mod pack. Now, without spoiling things too much, let's take a look at our world and talk about some of the mods that are in here as we're going to progress through. Here's Top Rock. We're way at the top of our world. And here's all the colored stone layers that are above us. As we get down into the calcite level where we've been, here's stone, here's home, here's where we've made our base, and where we've been so far, bright stone, mossy stone, where we collected our first food. Level 2 gets into granite, andesite, and diorite, where we're going to start working with storage drawers, bonsai pots. We're going to make lava. And here's a hint for you. When you're handling lava in wooden buckets, stand in a water block. Then we get on down to level 3, which is prismarine, dripstone, and the water level. Here we're going to work with pipes. We'll just get a start on mechanism and thermal series. This pack we're going to do a lot with fluids, so there's a lot of fluid processing with the custom machines that are in this mod pack, which is pretty fun to learn. And as we get down through the water level, down through some sand, this bituminous red sand, that's part of the thermal series. We get down into level 4, which is the lava level. Here we'll work with ender chests, do a bunch more with the thermal series because, of course, lava, which brings us down into the nether. And finally down to bedrock at level 5, where we will do some mob farming with hostile neural networks. You can just create your entire AI system for mobs. Really cool stuff. Flux networks and power for power generation, which of course needs access to bedrock to make the flux for the flux networks. There's our whole world. That brings us on to level 6, where we're going to head to the end. Instead of finding a stronghold, we're going to make our own end portal, which is pretty cool. There is a dragon to fight, so we will have a dragon fight at the end. And that is going to bring us on to Mechanism, Applied Energistics 2, which is just some really cool mods, and you can have a lot of fun with that stuff. And finally, to finish off the game, we head off into space, perhaps. But if you want to see that, you're going to have to finish the game yourself. And before we wrap up, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I'm going to show you how you can get a free trial server of Caveopolis for yourself to try out with your friends. If you do purchase through StickyPiston, through a link down in the description, I get credit for that. But feel free to support the modpack developer, the mod developers. Without those guys, I wouldn't have any videos to make. But if you're going to get some hosting somewhere, please support somebody. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, if you just follow the link in the description, you'll end up here on StickyPiston. If it doesn't show up with Caveopolis right here, just click modpacks, search for Caveopolis, and it will show up down here. Now, it's as simple as this. This is a free trial. You can just come right here. You want to make sure you install the mod pack locally first, because this will time out after a couple minutes if you don't log in. So you want to make sure you have the client running first, then install the server here, check the version to make sure it matches your client, and then you just click the Start Server Now button. You can create a download for this. I'm going to hit no right now, but you can download the world when you're done with the server. So this is just going to take a few minutes to start up. You can see the server kind of doing its thing here. And at any time while you're trying the server over the next 24 hours, it will stay live for 24 hours as long as you don't log out, as long as somebody is in the server. You can use it for that long. And at any time, you can just click Order a Premium Server here if you'd like to continue playing for 7 days, 14 days, a month or more. Now, when it says online, you're ready to go. Just click on the IP address, give it to your friends, put that in your multiplayer server setup on your client, and you're good to go. Simple as that. And again, there's a link in the description to get to this page. And that's going to do it. I hope you enjoyed this first look at Caveopolis. I'm really enjoying this mod pack. I hope you do too. If you liked the video, please do me a favor and subscribe. It helps a lot. Drop a like, leave a comment, let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you.